All right, y'all know what it is. It's the morning after. I got maybe 4 hours of sleep, woke up, watched the game again, went back, watched a little bit more of it, watched some key points, and we're going to dive into what the heck happened in this game. Intro's going to be a little bit longer than normal. So in the description, you'll have the timestamps going for the offense side and defensive side if you want to go ahead and skip past it. But those that do care about what I have to say, I'll open with that. This video is powered by our partners over at BetUS. Feel free to check them out. They're hooking up the gamer 150% bonus instead of 125. They're giving 150% up to $2,000 on your first three deposits. Just enter the promo code YouTube150. So I want to start with this. This is what I noticed about this game. And a lot of you are not going to agree with me. It's okay. That's why we're all friends. This is why we're all fans. I don't expect y'all to agree with me 100%. But my take is last night's game reminded me of last season's game against SMU, UCF, Oklahoma State, Kansas. It felt like repeats of those games. And I'm telling y'all that for this reason. A lot of you were in my comments saying that you want Dylan Gabriel back. You want Jeff Lebby back. Totally understanding. You miss Lebby. You miss high-powered offenses that throw for 400 yards in a game at Tulsa. Totally get that. Then all those same people that I know that are asking for that were also the ones that wanted Jeff Lebby fired when we played against SMU. They wanted him fired because of the play calling against UCF. They want him fired because of the play calling against Kansas and Oklahoma State. Literally, it's a repeat of everything. And then as the season progressed, everybody got cool and calm. And Oklahoma State was the game y'all wanted him fired. Then we rattled off 59, 31, 69 points, in 3 games. And then everybody's like, I'm so glad he took the job. We need something new. We need a coach that's going to handle the pace of the game like we need. We need to slow down this up-tempo stuff, blah, blah, blah. That's what we got, right? And I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm just reminding you of what you said. We're now at that point again. Everybody wants Latrell fired. They want Jackson Arnold benched. They want to put in Michael Hawkins. And so I went through and looked through the game and paid attention to key components of it to try to figure out not really who to give the blame to, but what our focal point should be. And so I dug in, I looked at it, looked at these numbers, and yeah, we have work to do if we want to see success for the rest of the season. A lot of it. Now, of course, that's a platitude to you all. That's common knowledge. We all watched this game. We synced what happened. And so I had to do some digging in it, did some soul searching. Like I said, I didn't get much sleep, as you could probably see. Eyes are super baggy. Probably going to take a nap after this because I'm pretty tired and I got to go to a soccer match later. I'm tired. It was not a good game. And even though there were bright spots in this game, I don't care. So I'm not going to talk about those as much. So we're going to rip the team apart. So let's jump in here. Morning after, 22 points, 11 offense, 11 defense. Let's talk about what the heck happened in this game. But first, word from the sponsor. So our partners over at BetUS has dropped a whole new promotion for you all. You're going to get 150% bonus on your deposits up to $2,000. All you got to do is use the promo code YouTube150. And so as you can see easily on the site, right now we ain't got much college football yet because week 3 is about to start. But the NFL's began. So you can actually look at a lot of the NFL bets. Let's go check out my favorite team, which is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, quarterbacked by Baker Mayfield. This season, the over-under is set at 5.5 wins. So I'm going to take that over because I think that they can win the division. We'll put $100 on that bad boy just to start us off. And that's how easy it is here on BetUS. And so they're hooking y'all up. Again, 150% bonus up to $2,000 on your first 3 deposits. They're taking care of the gamer. Even better, they've got Bettors Insurance. And with that Bettors Insurance, they're going to give you back 10% of your net losses twice a year. I don't know nobody else in the industry doing that. So you got to check them out. BetUS. Give them a shout and let them know that I sent you. So, looking at this, the game spread was 27.5. Over-under was set at 48.5. And we hit well under and did not cover the spread. I'm perturbed by that. We should cover spreads, right? That's now where I have concern. We should have covered that spread. Jackson Arnold finished 174 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. And the pick was all because he forced a pass and his wide receiver did not complete the route. Let me explain. Deion Burks finished the game with 9 catches, 53 yards. Deion Burks looked like the guy that was going to be targeted a lot. Y'all wanted him targeted more. I think he had at least 15 targets in this game. He was targeted like Drake Stoops was targeted last season by Dylan Gabriel. He was. What's the problem? Well, Deion Burks is also a deep threat. And as I watched the plays and the way that Houston had their defense, they were watching for the deep pass. They had that dude bracketed a lot of the times going deep. The one time they didn't is when Jackson Arnold tried, and unfortunately, Deion Burks went for a skinny post instead of a deep post. And Jackson Arnold thought he was going for a deep post and not a skinny post. And when he bring his route up, his angle was completely different to where the ball was going. That's where you saw the difference, right? So Jackson Arnold tried to force it out there, and it was a bad throw. You can blame whoever you want. It's either or. Honestly, you could toss it in the air, and whichever ball lands first is the one you can blame. Because it was on both. The communication's off. And so what I'm seeing is, my second point here is that their sync is out on this quarterback wide receiver room. J.J. Hester had 6 snaps in this game. Went through the PFF. And I told y'all I was going to do this last night. I cannot wait till PFF drops all of the stats from this game because I want to go through them. Jackson Arnold had the most snaps for him was Deion Burks. We did not offensively give enough snaps to the wide receivers that was giving him the best. I guess they were working the best together in practice or whatnot. Like supposedly in practice, Jackson Arnold and J.J. Hester were doing well together. But we wouldn't know that because we didn't play him much in this game, which is what bothered me. Looking at this here, had it pulled up, closed it on accident. So Bauer Sharp had 53 snaps. J.J. Hester had 6 snaps, and I remember seeing the couple plays I saw him in. I'm like, wait, why isn't he out there more? We didn't really give him much. Petaway had 6 snaps. Wanted to see more of him, but I'm guessing there was no chemistry there. Zion Ragens, the freshman, like him. Speedster, 39 snaps. Point 3, the run game was not able to get going because at the second level, we weren't blocking enough. That usually comes from your wide receivers blocking. We didn't have that in this game. Our run blocking was not very good at the wide receiver level, and it was all in the yellows and PFF. Barnes did well in blocking, and so did Jake Roberts. We didn't run a 2 running back set like I was hoping for. I was hoping for more of that. More Tatum and Barnes together. Salchuk has not found his groove. He won't find his groove probably until Tulane, when the offensive line's more healthy. But the offensive line, honestly, did not do bad. They just did not do great, which is the expectation, right? The standard is great. We weren't there, so we didn't meet said standard. 5. Starting Bates, Sexton, Waywu, Tarkin, as well as Taylor. Did cool. Jay Taylor gets hurt, comes out the game. You play Logan Howland. Logan struggled in a lot of plays. He struggled a lot in the end at that tackle spot. I need Sexton back at tackle. We need to put Sexton back out there at tackle. Give me Ozeta out there at the guard. Give me EPL. I need Sexton back at tackle. I need Sexton and Tarkin at tackle. Things look better with both of them at tackle. Logan Howland struggled on the run blocking. He did good in pass, though. He pass pro, he was knocking people around. There was struggle there. 6, where the big issues come in. Third down conversions. We weren't good. This video is going to go long today. 4 for 14. Again, not a good third down efficiency at all. 256 yards total offense. Very bad. 5.4 yards per pass, 2.8 yards per run. Offense is non-existent. We ain't good. We ain't good. We're not good at all. And it's more of and this is what I recognized. We didn't even go for it on any fourth downs, which is shocking to me. This is what I recognize. 7. Jackson Arnold is trying too hard to be perfect. He heard all the chatter about the Arizona game, in which, let's tell the truth here. Farouk doesn't fumble, and that fumble returned for a touchdown. We're up 31-13, and no one's talking about Jackson Arnold's turnovers. First one, the defense did a great job of containing overall and bend not break defense. And we were still able to go up 31-13 if that fumble doesn't get returned for a touchdown. Keep that in mind. But Jackson Arnold's biggest problem I recognize in this game, as you all are calling for play call changes and things of that nature, the biggest problem I recognize is that this defense was not wanting to give up the deep ball. The one time we got a deep pass, Brendan Thompson with the drag, great pass protection. They had Burks bracketed. They had a safety up top, a corner underneath. They were following him like crazy. And Brendan Thompson was able to come underneath and get the play. That's what we need to see more of. If you know that they're going to bracket your guys deep, do that. Do a whole bunch of underneath. And then, when we were throwing the ball, the 9 times that Deion Burks was catching passes, guess what? There were a lot of them short. Why? Because the defense was giving him like 8 yards. They did not want him to burn them. Very smart defense by Willie Fritz and his defense. They recognized that you let them go deep, we're toast. So they didn't. They kept everything in front of them. We should have been eating them alive with that. More past the Bauer Sharp across the middle. Quick. Like we didn't need to, don't need to hold the ball in the pocket. No, get rid of that thing. And that's what we saw at the beginning of the game when we saw success, and we stopped seeing it at the end of the game. Most of those quick outs, combination of drop passes, bad passes, and trying to force the pass deeper than we needed to go. We should have focused on getting the ball out in front of us. The run game struggled. Nothing you can do about that at this point. Just we saying got it, right? We just got to figure out what we're going to do on that. Tell me what y'all think. Hop in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. That was about 11 points, not 12. I have them all written down. I tore it up twice and whatever. Let's talk about the defense, because there was a little bit of a silver lining with the defense and the special team. Shout out to Elzinga. He was out there punting that thing like a madman. Defensive MVP has to be Danny Stutzman. This dude was everywhere. Like, everywhere in this game. Finished the game, 12 solo tackles, 15 total with a tackle for a loss. Sammy Omosigho did well. I was actually impressed a little bit on his play, but at the same time, I was trying to understand why was Sammy Omosigho playing so much. I like Sammy Omosigho. Keeping it a buck. He's one of my favorite young players. Why is he playing so much early in the game? I get that we were underestimating what Houston was, but Willie Fritz is a really good coach. We saw what he did at Tulane. The expectation is he's going to turn around this Houston team. Remember, UNLV only scored 20 points on them offensively. right? UNLV scores over 30 every time they win a game. Their losses, they score less than 20, less than 30 technically. We were not helping with this defense. Like we played defense like we knew that we needed our defense to win the game. And that tells me that the staff understands the struggles on the offensive side of the ball. Defense was on point, man. Shout out to them. I have no arguments, no beef with what the defense did. That busted play, I saw what happened. Woody Washington gets an interception. They call shenanigans on it and calls a pass interference. Same thing Big 12 refs always do to us. Shockingly, they did call holding calls on Houston. That's not something that happens very often from Big 12 refs, but I digress. Woody thought he had the pick. We thought he had the pick. They said no. They said there was too handsy, even though Woody's looking at the ball while they're both. But Manjack was over leveraged because even though he had his hands up like that, he couldn't overpower Woody. Woody gets the pick. Boom, boom, boom. So next play, the defense goes out and you see Billy Bowman trying to tell Dobie what the play is because, of course, the crowd is losing their minds because it was a ridiculous call. So he's yelling at across. He's over there yelling towards Robert Spears-Jennings, and obviously Robert Spears-Jennings did not hear him because Spears-Jennings was supposed to go back in this zone, and he ended up covering the tight end, thinking the tight end was going to get it. But you also had your corner, who I think was Des Malone over there, who was also doing either that or Jacoby Johnson, one of the two. But the wide receiver, Manjack, just ran straight past him. And so you didn't have a safety over the top like you were supposed to. Had a safety over the top, that's not a touchdown. But my point, we have a problem with whenever there's things that happen against us, judgments against us, swords drawn against us, and we feel like that we were disrespected or done wrong or done dirty, we forget to play the next play. That has happened all of last season too. Period. It's what it is, right? But overall, defensively, we balled. Robert Spears-Jennings with that interception where he came across and just snatched that thing because the entire game, Houston was throwing it underneath. Because we were giving him the underneath. We weren't giving him the deep pass. We blitzed a bit early, but then we stopped. And I'm wondering if Allie noticed, because they're playing a lot of young players, that we needed to play more zone to stop some of these short passes, and it wasn't working out. So he stopped blitzing. We needed to blitz more. Our run defense was immaculate. Impeccable. One of the best performances we've seen out of our run defense. That was fantastic. We gave up 58 yards rushing on 35 attempts, averaging 1.7 yards per carry. The defense was doing their thing. But this isn't a video where we can praise that the defense did well. We've got to talk about how bad we did. Because that's what everybody wants to hear. Everybody wants to sulk, be upset, and be mad. And I get it. I'm not shaming any of you about it. I'm not saying that you're wrong. I get it. You have a standard. You have an expectation, and we did not live up to it. I probably got like 10 points in there somewhere. Yeah, like I said, I tore up my 22 points because I was bothered at the fact that Houston had a 35-minute possession to our 24. So our defense was playing a lot. We gave up 318 yards, 2 turnovers, and we gave up 18 first downs. The defense basically was playing the whole game because the offense kept getting rid of the ball, kept just giving it back because we kept having punt, 8 punts and a missed field goal and an interception. Too many possessions in this game. Let's put it that way. There were too many possessions in this game. Defensively, we did well because we gave a field goal and we went punt. 4 punts, then another field goal. Then we gave up the touchdown because it should have been an interception. But we made them punt 8 times. And we got the safety. Shout out to Grayson Holton. He was out there. Got himself a sack when Donovan Smith decided to trip over the grass. And he went out there and he said, no, y'all not getting out the end zone. I'm going to stop you myself. He did that. Shout out to him. That's what I noticed in this game. We played a lot of young players. I didn't see, we saw a little bit of Kobe. He got hurt, then he came back later in the game. I'm sorry, that was Kip. We didn't see much Kobe, though. Like, when I went to look at the snap count, let's look at these totals and snaps. We saw 3 snaps from Lewis Carter. Kind of shocking. Kanik only got 10. Kobe got 20 snaps, and that was because Kip got hurt. Kip had 37. We saw a lot more Omasigo than I thought we would at 18. I would have expected a lot more Kendall Doby, who played 46 snaps. A lot on the run defense. Got some pressure, did good in coverage. He was out there tackling like a madman. The offense has to be complementary. We always said complementary ball around here. We need better offense to go with the defense. We need better defense to go with the offense. We need a combination of both. And they're going to have to go back to the drawing board. Coaching staff needs to go look at this. You know, me and Cooper break this down later on today. But we've got work to do. And I'm going to be honest, this feels like last season. Last season, we traveled to Tulsa in the next game. Now we have Tulane coming to town. Tulane is actually pretty good. We saw the pain that they brought on Kansas State in Manhattan, Kansas. And it appeared that they were trying to be a thorn in the side. We got to do better against Tulane. We do. Let me know what y'all think. Hop in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. I know all y'all vented on my live stream post-game. It's great. Now that you've slept on it and you thought more about it, how much more mad are you? Because it feels like everybody's going to be mad no matter what. This is how I was looking. I was literally looking just sad the entire time. Just sad. Just Juan Solo. Just sad. Just sitting there the entire time. So I looked the whole game. I sat on my couch, arms just like that. Just, this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. All righty then. If you made it this far, like the content, go ahead and hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Would love for y'all to join this family of Sooner fans talking OU football, SEC, and college football in general. Having a blast doing it. All right, we'll be live later on today, 6 p.m. like we always are every single week. I'm going to go take a nap. And we're going to just, we're on to Tulane. Just as Bill Belichick would say, we're on to Cincinnati. Shout out to BetUS. This video was powered by them. 150% bonus up to $2,000 on your first 3 deposits. Use the promo code YouTube150. I'm out. We'll talk soon. Peace.